Hi everybody, how you doing? This is a Tracing Roots and Telling Tales Tuesday on Wednesday. Genealogy with Donna, episode 39. How about that? I've been doing this for over a year. Yes, I've missed a few weeks, as you can tell from it only being 39 instead of 52, but that's still a pretty good average. Not bad. And I'm sorry I didn't bring it to you yesterday. I don't know about you, but life is crazy right now. Time is going too fast, number one. Number two, it's close to the holidays. I mean, Christmas is next Thursday. Not this Thursday, tomorrow, but in a week. Like, oh my goodness. Decorations up? Check. Gifts all bought? No. Everything wrapped? No. Christmas cards today, though. How about that? I had a coupon. Let's see here. Today is going to be genealogy for the non-genealogist. You know, at one time I was a non-genealogist, but my Uncle Jack handed me his research on the Kate family. No, I'm sorry, on the Goodwin family. And he had gone with his cousin, and they had gone back east and traced the family all the way, well, they traced it all the way to England, but Daniel Goodwin had landed here at about 1640. So he was able to trace it from 1640 all the way up to present day. We are now, let's see, Uncle Jack was my grandmother's brother. So we are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more generations. 5 more generations than that. I've added the family tree as best I can. People are having babies. People are getting married. I'm trying to do the best I can. And then I married Mike, and oh my goodness, his immediate family is just huge. So trying to keep up with that too is, it doesn't test my patience, but thank God for Facebook. I mean, goodness sakes, I wouldn't know so many things because they're everywhere. I mean, they're in Colorado, they're up north, they're everywhere. So, probably just like your family. Hi, Rena. How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Okay, so one of the things that you do as a non-genealogist is you need to engage your family. That's what my Uncle Jack did. He got with his cousin, said, hey, we want to know where we came from. How are we going to do that? They knew where they came from as far as their parents were concerned. They started there. They had the luxury of being able to go back to Maine and to piece it together. That's great. We don't all get to do that. But what we can do is start with the stories, not the charts. Instead of showing pedigree lines, say things or share things such as your great-grandmother eloped on horseback, or someone in our line ran a moonshine business. Oh, you should see my posts about moonshine every night. We're on day 6 today. Check it out. Anyway, and you will find, and I continue to say this in the 39 episodes, you will hear stories. There may be, and I would guarantee almost, bet the farm, that there's a kernel of truth in those stories. Hi, Teresa. How you doing? The kernel of truth in those stories are the essence of what made the story possible. I have several of those kernels that I have actually been able to verify, or the story was, and I think the story that comes to mind when I say that is my grandmother on my father's side, Donna Aurora, or Aurora Donna, I'm sorry, Archambault, had twins. I also heard she had 13 children. That wasn't true. But she had twins. Well, all this time, I'm thinking the twins must have died, and I can't find documentation. Well, I think I told you in episode 34, 35, we actually did find, thanks to Jody, we did find where there were twins born. One died within days of birth. The other one lived, and that was my Uncle John. So, again, remembering the stories that I heard as a teenager, I was 12 maybe, turned out to be true. But I'm 75. It took a few years. Tie the tie the discoveries that you make and make it personal. You get your height from your great-grandpa Ed, or that stubborn streak of yours, that's 100% because of our Irish side. Celtic Irish here. No stubbornness. Use photos like a time machine. Pull out an old photo and then ask, who do you think this looks like in our family today? Do you see a resemblance? Who is the resemblance of? Is it a certain side of the family? Or is it just Uncle Jay or Aunt Nita or whomever it might be? And you might be able, through a DNA test, to find out whether or not that tendency is actually as a DNA, or it was just specific to that person. Invite mini missions. Ask for help in a single task, either transcribing a letter, searching for a name on Ancestry, or organizing photos. Oh, I could use help on organizing photos. A little involvement really helps garner more interest, and you become a super sleuth. And that's really what genealogy is. It's being a super sleuth, a private investigator for your family tree. And then turn it into a game. Use fun tools like memory jars or trivia questions. You can't remember everything you put in your tree. It's impossible. I'm constantly having to go back to my tree. Jody had a person that she thought was one of the Archambos, and investigating the obituary that mentioned his father's name was actually somebody that was no longer alive at the point where he was born. So there are a lot of Archambos in this world. And back east, there are a lot of Archambos. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Mark. Thanks for joining me. And because there are a lot of Archambos, just because that is a last name does not mean that we are related. In this case, we were not related, which is too bad because it would have been fun, but we're not, and that's too bad. But you have to chase it down. It's like clues. It's like playing Clue. Really, it's real life. So I talked about DNA. Here are some things that I have had, and Ancestry is very good. I just got one today. What my trait was on my dominant foot. Now, here's something I find kind of interesting. I was born left-handed. I am right-handed now due to my father's advocacy for being right-handed, not being left-handed in a right-handed world. So he was very adamant that I not be left-handed. My tendency was to be left-handed, and it's interesting. There are traits of being left-handed now as I get older. I mean, I still write and eat, and I'm right-handed. I hang clothes left-handed. Did you know that hanging clothes is a right or left-handed situation? I did not know that. I find that very interesting. The fact that I get an alcohol flush when I've been drinking is a trait. Sweet or savory food, which you like, is a trait. Being artistic is a trait. Asparagus odor. Your athletic ability. Your birth weight. Whether you have a tendency to have cavities or not. And I'm all the way over on the yes, you're going to get cavities. You don't even have a choice. Cleft chin, not me. Cilantro aversion. This is interesting. It's a trait. For me, cilantro tastes like soap. And that's a trait that I inherited. Isn't that interesting? Whether you enjoy dancing. Now, I got that from my father. My mother did not enjoy dancing. But again, it's a trait. So I will do, in episode 40, I will go through some more of the traits that they have pointed out for me. It will be interesting for you. And I think they've actually done it almost as a alphabetical thing. But I will do more of them in the next episode next week, which I will try and do on Tuesday if the week doesn't get away from me. And just, I know there are some people that are adverse to taking DNA, but you find out so much about yourself and your maternal and paternal side that if you've got no criminal history, I think that, go for it, because it's very interesting and it's certainly fun. And you may not regret it. It may be, I don't regret mine at all. Anyway, that's all I've got today. I hope that you have a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend. We have no snow up here in Big Bear. We have no potential for snow. Maybe in the new year, we might get rain on Christmas Eve, but that's only at 12%. So this is very dry, warm. It's 61 degrees right now. Anyway, take care. Have a great weekend. See you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.